One thing you may notice about Java is that Java has two different ways for you to store data. You might see some people storing data in an array, which is a pretty common structure in programming languages. You see it in C and JavaScript. But you'll also see Java storing stuff in lists and hash sets and collections. And essentially what Java has done ever since Java 1.5, they've introduced a way to abstract away from the low-level workings of an array to a higher level abstraction of working with things like a hash set. Now, inside the hash set, you still have an array. There's just functionality built around that array. So you really won't see people using arrays all that often. You'll see people using the Java Collection API. And what the Java Collection API buys us is that, arrays, you have to allocate memory at the beginning. These, we don't have to allocate memory. For example, the array list will grow no matter how many items we add to the array. The array will just automatically adjust itself. And inside the inner workings, it has the list has an array inside of it, and it'll copy all the stuff over. But it gives us that functionality around an array, so we don't have to get into the messy details. And the beauty of it all is that it's object-oriented in the fact that we've got a single class called a collection. And inside that collection, we can put anything we like. We can put an array list, which is simply an array that can grow. We can put a linked list. And now this array, you don't get the performance hit whenever you have to grow the array like an array list. An array list is constant time. This one, you have to actually go through each item in the list to find the item that you need. But we could also have a hash set, which means all of the items are unique. And so we can even implement our own strategies and functionality around this collection API. And basically with collection APIs, you'll get some different methods for a hash set as opposed to a linked list. A linked list, for example, like an array list, you can access specific indices of that array list, whereas a hash set you won't be able to do that. But they all share some methods in common. For example, they all have an add method, and they all return something called an iterator, because you can't always pick out an index, especially something for like a hash set or maybe a linked list. But the iterator allows us to loop through using a while loop through all the items in the list to grab out the one that we need.